Welcome. If you're getting ready for your AWS AI Practitioner exam, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to build a really solid mental model for how to think about and, really master the costs that come with using Amazon Bedrock. You see, the exam isn't just about rattling off features, it's about proving you can make smart, cost-effective decisions. And that is exactly what we're going to focus on. Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to break this down into three crucial sections. First, we'll cover the basic pricing models. Then, we'll look at what it actually costs to make those models smarter. And finally, we'll get into the toolkit you're going to use to optimize everything. This is your playbook for Bedrock costs. Okay, first up, let's get a handle on the fundamental pricing options you've got. I want you to think of this as the menu of services you can choose from. Getting this right is an absolutely foundational concept for the exam. Now, what's really cool about this slide is how clearly it lays out the trade-offs. You've got on-demand, which is your super flexible, pay-as-you-go option for unpredictable stuff. Batch mode is for when you're not in a huge rush. And provisioned throughput? That's all about guaranteeing performance. Now, really zoom in on that custom models row. That is a very, very common area for exam questions. And this number right here, this represents the huge benefit of batch mode. Look, if your workload isn't time-sensitive, processing your jobs in bulk can slash your costs by up to 50%. It's a powerful trade-off. You just give up that real-time speed for a pretty significant discount. And here it is. This is a critical piece of information you absolutely must remember for the exam. If you are using a custom model, one you've fine-tuned or imported yourself, you can't use on-demand or batch. It's not an option. You have to use provision throughput to make sure you have the dedicated capacity for that specialized model. Okay, so we've covered the basic pricing. Let's build on that. The next logical step is to understand the cost of customizing your models. The best way to think about it is like climbing a ladder, where each rung up represents a more powerful and, a more expensive method. This chart gives you a fantastic at-a-glance view of that ladder. Down at the bottom, the first rung, you've got prompt engineering, super cheap because you're not training any models. In the middle, you have retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, which adds the cost of running a vector database. And way up at the top, the most expensive option, full-blown fine-tuning. So when we talk about fine-tuning, it is vital to know that there are two very different approaches, and each one has its own cost. Instruction-based tuning is all about steering a model's tone and style using a pretty small set of labeled examples. Domain adaptation, though, that's a much, much heavier lift. You're basically retraining the model on a massive, unlabeled dataset to teach it a whole new specialty. And that, as you can imagine, is incredibly computationally intensive, and so it's way more expensive. Okay, for our final section, let's get you equipped with the actionable strategies you're going to need to know for the exam. This is all about how you, as the practitioner, can actively manage and optimize your Bedrock costs. This is the fun part. So here are the key levers you can pull. First, always match the right pricing model to your workload. Seriously, don't use on-demand if batch will work just fine. Second, ask yourself if a smaller, cheaper model can get the job done. Third, and this is the big one, optimize your tokens. And just a key reminder, provisioned throughput is for securing performance, it's not a saving strategy. Here's a quick but super important note for the exam. This could be a potential trick question. While parameters like temperature, top K, and top he absolutely change the model's behavior and how creative its output is, they have zero effect on the price you pay. The cost is exactly the same no matter how you tweak these settings. Understanding this definition is absolutely fundamental. Why? Because at the end of the day, tokens are the single biggest driver of your costs in Amazon Bedrock. Every single piece of your prompt and every single word the model generates is broken down into these little units, and you pay for every one of them. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that your biggest lever for controlling costs is just simple efficiency. It's about writing clear, concise prompts that get the job done without extra fluff and structuring your requests to get shorter, more focused answers. That is the number one way you're going to manage your spend. So as you keep studying, keep this question in your head. The key to mastering Bedrock and passing your exam isn't just memorizing these options. It's about knowing which optimization strategy to apply first in a real-world project. That's the mindset of a true AWS AI practitioner. Good luck with your studies.